As you begin your writing process, you'll want to keep in mind what you've learned about finding credible sources and conducting research. All of your sources should be credible academic sources. To review, that means that every source you use for all of your upcoming essays should be highly credible. Academic sources are sources that are highly credible and would hold up to academic scrutiny. This means that your sources should join an academic conversation, not exist outside of it. Academic sources are researched, balanced, and highly credible. At least 3 of your sources for your annotated bibliography must be peer-reviewed sources. You've read about these. As a reminder, peer-reviewed sources are sources that go through a blind review process. Many academic journals, but not all, use a blind peer review process. A blind review process involves a source being vetted by other professionals in the field before it is published. These professionals do not know who wrote the source, which is why the process is called blind. This is a rigorous process that typically involves several rounds of editing. Peer-reviewed sources are highly credible because they go through this process. If you aren't sure if a source is peer-reviewed, you should be able to find that information somewhere in the source. Don't assume something is peer-reviewed just because it is published by a university or written by a professor or other credible source. As we discussed last week, you must evaluate the credibility of each and every source you use. Academic writing utilizes only the most credible sources to make claims. As you enter the academic conversation on your chosen topic, it is imperative that you are academically honest. A big part of this is giving credit where credit is due. You must give credit to every source your work is informed by, whether you directly quote it or not. As a reminder, you are expected to be familiar with UNCW's academic honesty requirements as well as MLA citation requirements. Failure to adequately and correctly cite your sources will result in a referral to the Dean of Students. I expect you to be meticulous about this. As always, intention is irrelevant here. Failure to cite sources, regardless of your reason, is unacceptable at the university level. If you feel like you need help with MLA or citing sources, please let me know.